Welcome back to Sportsmanlike
Probably
the
win MVP.
podcast.
Sorry.
That's all right. Yo, P, we had a discussion offline a couple weeks ago.
We did.
That brought us to this serious topic here, right?
Okay.
There's a disconnect between the old heads and the young cats in all forms of life, I believe, right? Forget the John Morant part of it, unless you want to talk about the basketball.
I mean, we can use it as an example.
All right, so let's start off of that. So, John Morant, right? Here's a kid, great player, right? I just saw some highlights of him working out with his dad. These motherfuckers are in like a bush in a yard. He's jumping on tires though. Big ass tires. He's jumping in and out the tires, working on his hops, right? Now, his father put in a lot of work. John Morant obviously had a lot of guidance, a lot of perseverance, he practiced a lot. He worked hard. He had what's the word I'm looking for?
Drive.
He was a well-conditioned athlete. He put the time in, right? So now you get to the league. You're doing these things that's going to detract from being a star and making money. Like I said, if this was my son, I would treat him no different. You cost yourself $40 million doing things that are silly. So you jumped in. You was like, I was over. What's the word you use?
Over accountability.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a term, but I'm going to go with that one. Over accountability? I was being too hard on him.
Yeah.
Right? Why you say so?
All right. Us, especially, I'm not even trying to make it a race thing, but it's inevitable. Like, it's inevitable that it's going to be that. The reason why I reacted the way I reacted in the chat, because I'm not even upset about it, but I've seen it happen too many times to not say nothing. Now, we can agree we don't get grace in today's day and age, right? We don't have the ability to make mistakes.
We as in black men? Okay.
Can we agree to that?
Okay.
There's not much second chances that we have. Usually when the book is out, the book is out. Right? So in a situation where we're watching somebody live his second chance, we're talking about a consequence that he dealt with. It happened already. So it's just like, bro, my thing is, I'm not gonna keep holding somebody guilty for the time that they already they already did the time. Now, if he does something else, all right, he did something else. I'm not gonna compound it onto something because that's what they do. I'm not playing their games with my people. It's just that's something that I hold true in. I've been around. I got friends, not even friends. Me, I don't make all the right decisions in my life, but I can't be held to the decisions that I made. If I held the accountable part of it. I dealt with the consequences, and now I'm doing something to move past it. That's crazy that somebody that lives the same reality will turn around and be like, yeah, but you're still this. I won't do that to somebody. And I feel like not necessarily y'all, because it was a moment, but it wasn't even that. That's what y'all was doing. But it's just like, bro, like, this is what we do to each other. And it's taught behavior, bro. It's taught behavior because shame is a great thing when it has boundaries among it. But if you're just shaming somebody for somebody that can actually be, all right, cool, I fucked up. I did what I needed to do. And I'm trying to work past it. Who am I to sit here and keep dragging him into the mistake that he made?
All right. But it was in a chat, right? And it was a joke. But forget that. Let's get past that because I have nothing against John Morant.
Yeah, I know that.
It was just a,
Yeah, you can't tell tone and text, so I'm not, I'm mad.
That's just between us, a joke, whatever.
Yeah.
But if I saw John Morant, this is what I would tell him. My man, you are the 1% of the world that kids are looking up to. You play ball, you're a great athlete, you put a lot of work in, right? You cannot cost yourself money. at this point in the game. You could be a kid. You could say I make mistakes. Actually, have no time for. When you say you don't get a grace period, you really don't. When you thrust it into the league at 23, 24, you're making this kind of money, $250 million. We're black men. We don't have $40 million to throw away, bro. And this is what I would tell him. I would tell my son, and looking forward and looking into the future, I would tell him the same thing. You got to hold these kids accountable. And I know I'm like 25 years older than you, bro. Mm-hmm. We're never going to see life the same
way.
Now,
we're not living the same life, yeah, for sure.
So when I see somebody younger than me that I could give them advice or game, they might not want to hear it. And I'll feel it out like, oh, this cat don't want to hear me, so I'll stop speaking. Mm-hmm. They're not my son or my daughter, whatever, right? And so I'll leave it alone. But if you come to me, Cleo, what should I do? We have a lot of off-camera conversations. Mm-hmm. And you either listen to me or you're not listening, bro. You can take what I say and be like, fuck this guy's old shit. What is he talking about? Or you can be like, yo, what he said yesterday, that was good stuff. I feel like there's a responsibility that I have for people younger than me to not make the same mistakes, or even things I might know that I didn't know when I was your age. And sometimes the young people, leave me alone. I'm good. Right?
You were that. And
I might have been.
That's my argument. Y'all all were.
But people still held me accountable. And maybe I'm coming from a different perspective because I had a father who was...
No nonsense.
No nonsense, bro.
No nonsense.
So anybody that held me accountable was him.
Yeah.
Now I had uncles, but my pops was the Don #1, right? These cats know. If my son is online doing dumb shit, or they catch my son doing dumb shit, they can handle that, bro. They can tell me, but they know. They got the green light. They got the green light to check them, son.
Bust that kid's up, yo.
Green light. Me and my brother had a conversation. We know if he ever punched my son in the face, or I punch his son in the face, we already know it's about. We already.
It's well deserved.
We're ready.
It's like three things. It's like three things that went on.
He has to check them.
For sure.
If it can't be me, these cats got the green light. Yo, Toast, you're bugging.
But I think
Get offline doing dumb shit or whatever he's doing.
I think they some of these parents try to be their kids' friends instead of their parent. It's almost like a I see it a lot. I see it's like a competition for the mother and father to compete. Which kid's gonna love me more, or which parent they favor. You know what I'm saying? Getting back to Ja, he made the dumbest mistake the first time. I shouldn't say dumbest. He made a dumb mistake the first time. Then he did it again. You know what I'm saying? And cost himself money. So that's the thing we do. Like we're saying, all right, you make a mistake, make a different mistake maybe. We're not saying don't make mistakes, but when you make the same fucking mistake, now it's like, yo, bro, now you fucking up. Now you like, you're not getting it. So it's gonna be, we're gonna look at you differently if you make the same mistake twice. You're definitely gonna get a much harsher what's the word I'm looking for? A criticism. If you're making the same dumbass mistake twice. All right, we gave you a warning. You already fucked up. You lost money here. Now you're gonna do the same shit and lose more? Nah.
But just take it away from Ja. Just like we're in a different age group, right? We see kids every day. Kids Ponyx age. Rudy, you work with a bunch of kids. You see what goes on. The disconnect. They're not listening. We're not listening. Nobody's understanding each other. What's going on?
I think the disconnect comes because let's say when we were coming up, right? When we were young, we were looking for answers. We were looking for that extra voice, for someone to tell us when we were making good decisions or when we were making bad decisions. Like, especially those who, if you didn't have a father at home or uncle at home, whatever the case may be, you were looking for those extra voices. Even if you had them, you were looking for those extra voices because you respect an elder person enough to know that he's been somewhere that you haven't been there yet. So you were looking to get that feedback. These kids today, I don't know. I think maybe because they got the internet that they don't need to hear an older person say to them, "Hey, listen, young man, you shouldn't do that. Hey, watch yourself when you do that." I mean that's my only thing. Like I don't really have that problem as a parent because I got 2 sons and they pretty much listen to what I have to say, even though they might not agree. They at least listen.
They give you the respect.
They give you the respect to listen. But I think a lot of times with other kids that's where the disconnect. Like they feel like it appears like they know it all when they don't. And the only way they find out is when later on, when they realize whatever it is that they done or that you trying to warn them not to do, they end up fucking up. That's how they end up understanding that what they did was wrong.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm not disagreeing with anything that either one of y'all just said. But there's certain contexts that I feel like are missing in these conversations as well, right? So going back to what Rudy said, right? Yes, kids listen, things like that. There's a level of, I guess because maybe you guys are older, you guys don't see it. When you're seeing older people try to be peers of the younger people, it's very hard to listen to that person come and try to tell you about something too. And then also, I feel like the other undertone that I think parents fail to realize because they got a new role, bro. When you guys became parents, you guys needed answers because you guys have brought something that's going to ask you answer. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
You sometimes need to let people experience what they're going to experience. Regardless of whatever you feel you can provide, bro, there was things that I know you're talking about, and you probably, like you said, he's the Don. I'm probably stuff you don't want to admit that you probably did that you shouldn't have done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's simply off of the experience aspect of it. So now the united front of what you guys believe older people do for younger people, I'm trying to tell y'all that it's not as solid as y'all think it is. In terms of, bro, you got older people. All right, I've said this off air. I'll bring it on air, bro. You have people that got locked up for certain things, right? We won't even get into business. They got locked up for certain things, right? They'll see a younger person doing the same thing, right? And instead of educating, they'll look at that person as a rival. You're not a rival. You're not peers. So my whole thing is, once you approach said person, how you approach them is very important as well. Because you can't tell me something if you got in trouble for what you're telling me. Of course, I'm going to feel like I know better because I haven't gotten in trouble yet. I don't know the punishment. I haven't experienced it. So yes, you can be a good person and be like, yo, I'm trying to look out for you. Some people not going to know until they burn their hand. And that's the understanding that I feel older people don't realize. I got in an argument with my moms yesterday. Love my mom to death. The lady pisses me off. And it's not because I feel like I have the answers, but the same way you talk about listening, you shouldn't be robbed of being humble enough to listen just because you're older than somebody. That part I don't understand. It's not because, I'm your dad, I'm right. No, that's not how you speak to somebody that's trying to learn life. Because you don't have all the answers. There's gonna be things that I know that you don't. Conversations need to be had.
Impossible.
For sure. Conversations need to be had.
That's true.
So when you think you're above approach and above conversation because you're an elder, you're gonna get that resentment from somebody that already think they know it all.
So, I agree.
So you're approaching them wrong.
So you think maybe it's our approach. That's why we're not getting through.
Yeah.
To
because look how you just said. Look what you guys said. How long y'all been friends?
30 years.
Of course you're gonna feel that way about your son. But guess what? If somebody down the street was like, yo, I saw your son doing blah, 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 you'll be mad at that person for putting hands on your son.
Yeah, of course.
Because who the fuck are you, right?
That's correct.
So that's what I'm trying to say. That it takes a village. I agree.
But
it takes a village.
That's how it used to be, though.
It used to be.
It used to be like that.
But this is what I'm trying to say. I guess because you guys have experienced life as long as y'all have, right? That's the nicest way I can say without calling y'all old. But
I take old, bro. Old just means I'm alive, bro.
Exactly. So because you guys experience what y'all experience, of course y'all think y'all know what's currently going on. It's vastly different, bro. It is very different.
I'm here from Dirk.
This is it's a very interesting topic. So, y'all know I got a 21, about to be 22-year-old son, right?
Yeah.
I think O touched on something that we don't really think about too much, the socialization part of it, which is like the social media. We didn't have that, right? I think that plays a huge role in the disconnect.
Approachable.
Social media part of it.
Approachability.
Because my son, living with this cat, he's not an easy person, and they don't want to hear nothing you got to say because they feel like whatever it is that they're seeing on those devices, and from my perspective, they give those devices and those programming more credence than you. And I hear what Ponyx is saying, but the way I have and always approach my son is, I'm not superior to you, right? I try to have real conversations, like man to man, because I don't want to feel like, my pops was one of those, do as I say, wagging finger. I never liked that. It's not my style. So I've always been humble, and like his mother will always say, I never even talked to him like a baby. I never did the Google Gaga shit. From the time he was born, I spoke to him like regular English. Always humble.
Yeah.
But none of it matters, because he feels like he knows everything.
Yeah, they have the answers in this phone.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all because, for me, I know it's those devices and the things that they're seeing and the things that they're absorbing. And those things kind of replace whatever it is that you're going to say. Because I'm always humble. I don't, if I raise my voice at dude, it's because I already asked him like 6 times. If I ask you like 4 or 5 times and, simple requests, and you don't do it, I'm going to have to raise my voice. But it's not because I'm wilding out. It's because you're pushing me because you're not listening. But it's just, they don't want to hear anything that you have to say. And I mean, that might just be him, but I've observed like those devices, like it really occupies their mind in a interesting way.
They think all that shit is gospel. Whether it's real or not, it's to them, when they look at this phone and what people posting, it embeds in your brain, in their brain, that, this is what it is. Like, if you look at social media, a lot of shit, I guess they got your algorithm. There's this accountability word in relationships. They keep pushing. That's this agenda, especially for women. I feel bad that women, sometimes get the brunt of this, but we all know if we have an issue with our wives or our girlfriends or whatever, what our personal issues are. For it to be on here like this, it gets in your head every day, then it's like, see, I was right. So everybody, especially the younger generation, their whole thing is being right. So I talk to my son, I talk to my daughter, that drives me insane.
As it should.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not coming at you with disrespect. I'm coming at you to respect me first as a conversation. If I gotta yell at you and discipline you for doing something stupid, that's what's gonna happen. But don't take the discipline as I don't love you. Don't take the punishment as I don't love you. The discipline and punishment is make sure you don't make this mistake. So when I'm coming at you as in the younger generation, you know, I don't talk to many because that disconnect is too far. Yeah. I'm responsible for my kids and my nephew and my niece, so I can talk to them. But I don't even business myself with the other younger generation that don't mean anything to me because I've tried. I say, you know, yo, chill. Like, yo, how many times you walk around when you were younger, like, you know, when I got into, well, I'm going to say Ditmas, shout out to Ditmas, but when I got to Ditmas, I thought I was a man, basically. So I would curse up a storm, yo. Every other word out of my mouth was a curse. I did that shit in the store, and this lady and this man was like, yo, why don't you watch your mouth? And I'm looking at them like, yo, who the fuck are you talking to? But I didn't say it loud. I said it to myself because I know. Like, you know what? Maybe they have a point. So I kind of got to discipline myself because my father, Chico's voice is always in my head. So, like a lot of shit he used to tell me, I was like, yo, this guy don't know. He's not even from this country. He don't know how it is here. As I got older, that motherfucker's a genius, son.
Yep.
Everything, I've said 95% of the shit he told me comes to fruition, yo.
Yep. But the difference is, right? That's your father.
Yeah, and I get it. It's totally different.
You ever see like knuckleheads in the street?
Yeah, I can't talk to them.
I'm not wasting my time talking.
Yeah,
to
that's
bro.
what I'm saying.
They're gonna shoot you, bro, or say, "Yo, get out of here, old man," or some crazy shit is gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, but you can't. All right, you can't control who. All right, so I'll mention what y'all both saying in terms of your son and in terms of the young person on the street. At the end of the day, I feel like the longing for understanding is admirable from older people, but sometimes it doesn't come off as understanding.
I agree with you.
You see what I'm trying to say? Like it becomes combative because you're trying to tell somebody who's coming into their own what something is. It's not an easy concept to adopt. You get what I'm trying to say? Only because our experiences can be vastly different. A disconnect, it takes that to disconnect with somebody. Let's be serious, bro.
Yo, let me ask you a question. Non-sports related. Mm-hmm. Have we ever said something here where you're like, yo, fuck out of here. What are y'all talking about, man? I want to hear that shit, right?
Yeah.
Was it our approach or was it your approach?
In terms of what?
Was it the way we came at you with it?
No, it was the belief. I already respect y'all. You get what I'm trying to say?
All right, so when there is something that you're like, yo, I don't want to hear this.
He rolled his eyes and go,
What do you do? Why is
Say
it?
y'all bugging.
Because you know already, or you feel what you feel already, or is it the way we're coming at you?
I feel like, and I can only speak for me in this context, and this is my understanding for everybody, right? I believe that I don't long to be right. I don't, right? To be honest with you, because it's idiotic to me. But regardless of whatever, if I have a belief in something, I believe that it's my duty to feel strongly in what I believe in. And my whole thing is, as long as you respect what I believe in, I can respect what you believe in without it being disrespectful. And that's why I'm talking about the approach of it. We talk about music all the time. You feel me? I make fun of your man all the time. KRS-One, right?
Shout out.
It's a disconnect.
BDP.
I'm like, yo, you fucking stupid. You never heard me call Rudy fucking stupid because of what he likes. That's his opinion. You feel me? What I'm trying to say is that reverse happens a lot.
Like, we'll call you stupid because you don't.
The character of a young person is always being attacked more than you guys give credit for. In terms of whether you call them stupid or whatever, popular approach to kids is, you don't know no fucking better, you blah, blah, blah. That's the approach. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody's ever been receptive to that. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that. It's not a good plot. And then try to say, oh, but I'm trying to help you. It don't sound like
Yeah,
that.
you're
Nah,
right.
I think
you're
you
right.
It don't
stupid for
sound
your
like
stance, bro. I don't like that stance.
What are you fucking dumb?
You feel me? It just
Look at this dumb motherfucker right here, Rudy. We do that.
How do
We
you
do
not?
do that.
Exactly.
We do
So
do
how do
that.
you not disconnect right then and there, bro? I'll ask a question, and I'll ask a question. From the moment I met y'all, did y'all not see that I had manners?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you lost it around last year, August, and got real disrespectful. Nah, yeah, you was cool.
Yeah.
Feel me? Because of base level interaction, bro. What you're taught is what you're taught. Like, what you're taught is what you're taught. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. A lot of these people, I feel you believe have the guidance that they don't have. So think about it. Imagine not having something. I'm not sitting here saying baby everybody. Some people are underdeveloped. You can't have the approach. You can't have the
Yeah,
approach
yeah,
and think
yeah,
that they can
yeah,
understand
yeah.
what you're introducing to them. They don't understand it. And guess what? We've all been somewhere. When you don't understand something, what typically happens?
Google it.
Get very fucking angry. You hear this guy yell at me every fucking week because he don't understand my stance. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's just like, bro, I could be a bug out and be like, I don't like the way this nigga yelling at me. I'm gonna shoot him. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not saying that the kids are all Scotch. I'm not saying that.
Oh, adults are fucked up too.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a conjoined effort, but I feel like there's a blame that comes from, well, I'm older than you. That cannot be I'm telling you, this is what my mom does all the time. I'm your mother. That doesn't negate what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying nothing.
I've never said that. My father never even said that. I'm your father.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I'm
I've
not
never
trying
even
to.
heard that,
I'm
so I
not
don't
trying to
understand that.
discredit. I love that you're my mom. I'm not trying. That is not what we're talking about. But because you guys can't fathom somebody who doesn't know better, thinking that they know everything is like, well, man, listen, nah, this little nigga bugging.
I will admit, we do think we know better. We do.
no, but
You can't have the moral high. That's all I'm
do.
saying.
But you know what it is too? Is sometimes we try to approach in such a manner, but as black men, sometimes we approach each other with an aggression from jump, even if it's just a normal greeting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know you from nowhere. You walking down a hallway, now it's like,
Size them up.
even the aggressive, even the what's up, the head nod is aggressive. Like, yo, I don't play that shit, yo. What are you not playing? I didn't say anything.
Right.
But we have this aggression with each other, period. Because if you come off as timid, come off as timid, in another match, you already lost respect from that guy already.
I smell pussy.
Yeah, so I mean the disconnect is totally off. Like
It is.
we feel
Yeah, it's a big one.
like y'all don't give a fuck about anything. Which y'all display y'all don't give a fuck about
That's not
anything
true.
by the way y'all move. Listen, this is the way we see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be wrong, but this is the way we see it. Like, yo, y'all bug out over the like niggas is dying over dumb shit. And I'm not saying that it didn't happen in our era, but it's happening in an abundance right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For dumb shit.
100%.
Niggas is dying for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
100%. But what I'm saying is the game didn't become the game in 2025. You get what I'm trying to say? So anybody
Wait,
that
is it gonna get better though?
No.
it's not gonna get better.
Social
you know
media
why?
is
And
ruining
it's
scary
not
part.
because it has the potential to get better. And this might be the one opinion that I have that I know a lot of people can't understand. You gotta allow individuals to be individuals. They'll listen to who they want to listen to. The everyday man, firm believer in this. Everyone, men and women, are self-righteous to a point where there's no type of growth. Right? I honestly believe that. Right? My thing is, let's say that there's a midpoint. Even if I say that y'all have all the answers, y'all are too high on y'all castle to come down to meet to the middle, And the kids are too ignorant to come meet y'all in the middle.
Yeah.
What bridges the gap is acknowledgement mixed with accountability. You get what I'm trying to say? There's a lot of conversations that we've had where coming into the conversation, it might have been heated, but after you acknowledge and you sat back and like, yo, I understand what you're saying. I might still not agree, but I hear what you're saying. I think, especially as being younger than y'all, I'm telling y'all, being understood brings a level of peace in terms of relaxing. You don't have to fight that fucking hard for somebody to understand what you're going through, as opposed to telling you what you're going through, telling you what's going to happen. We don't got the answers, bro. I don't live a certain life.
Accountability, though. Accountability is a big
works.
thing going on in my household right now with my son. That's majority of our discourse is accountability. I have to teach him that he has to be accountable for everything, dog.
You do.
I don't want him to be one of these men
That
that
blame
grow up
blame
and just
everything.
blame everybody.
Yeah.
We can't do this.
Yo,
We don't have that luxury, dog.
That's a fact.
you
So
brought,
accountability is a big thing going on in my house right now.
you said allow people to be individuals. Now here's part of the disconnect that I see with that,
Okay.
especially for your generation.
Go ahead.
Y'all have no individuality anymore.
Go ahead.
I tell you exactly why. Because everything that's in this is really telling you how to be in this social media stuff. So whatever you look for, because this is we all believe in the algorithm in this thing, right? How many times you say something and as soon as you open up the phone, that shit is there. Yep. Right? So this fucking social media shit that they have going out, while it's a good tool, it is also the worst tool because now you're programmed in how you should be
Okay.
and what you're looking for. All right, I want to be a thug today. Oh, you see all thug shits here. Oh, I want to be a cop today. All cop shits will be coming through here. Like, this is the lack of individuality in my book. It's like, yo, listen, I get influenced by you, but yet I still push my own agenda. But when you try to be somebody else that you're not, when you trying to flashy, like all these, Instagram, Facebook, all that shit, nobody's posting the bad shit in their life. But yo,
highlight reel.
post your bills, son.
Word.
Post your mortgage that you can't pay. Post your credit card debt. Post that shit. Don't post, I just made $85,000 on a stupid thing. Like there's no
but look,
individuality in that.
No,
son.
but look, and good point. But it doesn't tell the whole story, bro, because my whole thing is individuality. I mean, deeper, meaning like, I've said it before, bro. Like, we're at a time where things people use things to like, or other people to explain stuff for them, or they just flat out don't explain, right? Mm-hmm. Due to lack of knowledge or whatever you want to chalk it up to. What I'm more so saying in terms of individuality is, bro, like, and I've said it in simple ways, I've said it in complex ways. I'll say it in a way that everybody can digest it, right? And this is how Ponyx Cherry lives his life. I'm not telling y'all to do it, but if somebody's dumb, to me, they're dumb. And somebody's gonna be like, oh, well, you shouldn't say that. I don't give a fuck. That's my understanding of what a situation is. So guess what? How I attack that compared to somebody that I think might be intelligent is gonna be different. Now, my individuality leads me to have the opinions that I have. Am I holier than thou? No. But am I living life in my way? Yes. And I don't have to sit here and be accepted, but I don't give a fuck about that. Anybody in my life can tell you, I'll walk to my own tune, bro. I don't give a fuck what a lot of people say.
That's the individuality. But if your man's sitting there being dumb,
I don't gotta go be dumb with him.
No, I'm not saying that. But are you gonna leave him dumb?
If he shows that he's inept to the information that I'm giving
even
him,
when if it's the first time you saw the sign of dumbness,
I'm gonna try to chop it up with him.
That's all we try to do with y'all. But I understand the approach. I understand all the levels that go with it. I listen, I'm not even disagreeing with that, with how you feel or how we're coming across. But that's all that we're doing.
I get it.
Bro, he checks me sometimes, bro.
I get it.
I'm like, yo, Sky, you're bugging. What are you doing? You're an idiot.
I can't leave you dumb if I can see that you're doing dumb.
Sure. But this is what I'm trying to meet. This is what I'm trying to say. Being an individual, Lee, you have to accept that things are not gonna go the way you view it. You literally got to. Because if you don't, the problems or everything that you feel you can fix is gonna eat at you. And then you're living to be this PC person where it's like, I gotta fix this, I gotta fix this, I gotta fix this. And then you lead into, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, off topic a little bit, a lot of people don't understand that mentally they create their own anxiety, bro. And I'm not even trying to be into a mental place, but you breed your own things because you're trying to introduce certain things that you don't have the answers for. And not only that, it's not even your job. So guess what? When I say something to somebody and they're offended, I can apologize that you're offended. Do I still mean what I say? Yes. Because I owe it to myself to, if I open my fucking mouth to say something, I better mean it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just saying shit to say it. I'm not just doing shit to do shit. When I say, like, for example, when I talk about homie, bum nigga that fucking, and this is me talking right now, bum nigga that got me fired, if I see him, it's up, bro. I don't care what y'all try to fucking tell me.
Nah, calm down,
you get what I'm trying to say?
Calm down, my brother.
Guess why? Because, yes, y'all like my uncles, bro. Yes, y'all gonna blah, blah. But guess what? Did he stop? Did he stop your money? Was that your reality? Did he stop you from, you get what I'm trying to say? Did he halt anything in your life? So my decision making is not gonna be based off the context y'all can give me. So y'all can look at him like, oh yeah, I don't know why, Ponyx. You don't need to know why. Cause I did it. And I'll wear that. You feel me? I don't sit here and try to, like I told you, like I tell everybody, bro, I don't portray myself as tough. But when something's up, it's up, bro.
See, but it'll be our job to tell you not to go and do what you plan on doing because there's consequences with that.
There is. But what I'm trying to say is the appreciation of it you guys know if that was the moment, y'all would probably avoid me from being. Because you know at a certain point, if it's there already, what's gonna happen? It's already too late. So what I'm trying to say is, if homie's outside, hammer in hand, I'm not about to go be like, oh shoot, you decided what you're gonna do. And my whole thing is, as bad as it sounds, bro, we gotta be able to acknowledge that, yo, when somebody showed that they're gonna do that, as respectful and as good interest as you might have for him, the one thing you can do is respect that individual for making the decisions that he needs to live with. Because guess what? Y'all not about to come to him like, yo, bro, you're not visiting that nigga in jail. And guess what?
Yo,
and how does that story come back to you? How does that story come back? Like, yo, I just saw this nigga wilding outside. Bro, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I mean by self-righteous. We go and we talk about the decision.
We're gonna try and stop you, though. That's a fact.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Not if you don't appreciate it, if you still go and pop off. You don't appreciate that shit.
No, what I'm trying to say
you're gonna have to do it tomorrow, kid. We're not here, son. Like, yo, Ponyx, you want to get this cat?
Shit and you still go around the corner?
You got to do it tomorrow. It's not going to be done today.
What I'm trying to say is I appreciate it. And I'll listen to y'all. I'll listen to y'all, but it gets to a point.
I hear you, man.
It gets to a point, and what I'm trying to say is, sometimes you gotta be able to be like, yo, I tried my best.
Ponyx, give me the gun, Ponyx.
I'm not. But you know, I feel like some people
talk to him like it did to DMX and Belly, the minister.
Listen, man.
Yo, before we get out of here, man. Yo, Dirk.
Yeah.
Have you ever been checked as a youth?
Oh, come on, plenty times, bro.
Not by your father.
Yeah, I'm not. Without this question, no fathers, no uncles.
Yeah, a lot of niggas haven't been punched in the face, bro.
Have you ever been checked?
Nothing comes to mind, but where I'm from, people can check you, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Older people can tell you, like, watch your mouth, shit like that. And you'd be like, oh,
I
sorry.
didn't do it in front of them.
Watch your mouth or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Did all my bullshit.
Have you checked, not including your son? Have you checked any youths?
Not check, but I might have interjected and be like, yo, why don't you calm down? You know, just some, you got to pick your spots. Right? You got to be careful because you could end up getting yourself harmed. But I may have been in a situation before I'm like, yo, you know, why don't you chill, bro, leave it alone, da-da-da. Like, I've done a couple of those here and there, but yeah, you know, it's a scary thing to do because you trying to be the peacemaker could be you
dead.
being dead.
Man.
You feel me?
Yo,
And
I
then
seen
just a martyr
cats.
for the cause, bro.
I seen cats break up a fight between a man and a woman. The woman's getting beat by her man or whatever do this. And so he go in and break it apart and she attacks the dude for getting him off her.
Really?
Like, whoa, that shit happens all the time, son.
Rudy, same questions I asked Dirk.
Wow. I don't remember per se of getting checked. I think pretty much how I moved around as a youth was I always thought about consequences. So even if I thought of doing something crazy, it was like always in the back of my mind, like, yo, if I go to jail, who's gonna get me out of jail? Nobody.
Gotta have critical thinking.
Right?
Facts.
So that was always in the back of my mind. So I really didn't necessarily need checking because I always self-checked. In that aspect, in terms of me checking a young, a youth. Yeah, I mean, I check kids just about every day at work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
The nature of your job.
they don't see, and I explained this to them. I said, listen, you're so caught up in your emotions and what you want to happen right now that you don't stop and think about consequences. I said, if you took a second or two to think about consequences,
Some people don't have that
you
time,
would just
man.
know
It's a talent.
that what you're trying to do, what you're about to do, is the wrong decision. A lot of these kids are locked up because they didn't think about consequences.
It's
when they
fear.
pull out that gun and they shot at this person, when they attempt to kill this person, they didn't think about that. Had they thought about that, then a lot of them won't be in a predicament.
I think they think about the consequences, but they have no fear of it. It's not
I
going
don't
to affect.
know. It could be some kids don't have fear.
It's both. It's both.
Yeah.
Some people are just laced, and that's what I mean by acceptance. Meaning like, not even to go back on thing, bro. I know myself. Feel me? I can walk away from much things. I can walk away from a lot of things, bro.
Except homie.
And there's a difference. No. Listen. It would have been cool. You feel me? Bro, I don't give a fuck about that. But one thing we not gonna do, I'm gonna be honest with you. Contrary to popular belief up here, bro, I could walk away from 99% of anything. But, bro, a lot of you not, bro. There's certain words you can't use with me, bro, because what we talking about.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, and we've had this conversation. It gets to a point, bro. Everybody got something with what we not
Everybody got a
talking,
trigger.
bro.
Everybody got
We
a
not
trigger.
talking. So my whole thing is, bro, anybody can say whatever they want to me. I say that. If they can say it to me. You get what I'm trying to say?
I'm going to say it through my
I
fucking
got-
chat.
I got a different question for you, but
Go ahead.
I want O to answer that question.
Oh, if I ever... Hey, listen. If I ever had to check somebody, I wouldn't really necessarily call it checking. Like, my son's friends, they cool. So, sometimes I give them worldly advice, but I know they're not listening. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. Actually, one listen. I can tell you that one. One listen, and he said something to me about it. But I've been checked in the streets when I was young a couple of times, man. I was probably wilding out, man. But go back to your consequence thing. There was one consequence that I didn't want to deal with. That was Chico Simpson.
Sure.
That was I
My
didn't care
father
about.
was
I didn't care about
great deterrent, brother.
Yeah,
from
I
doing
didn't care
anything
about
silly
shit in the
streets.
street. I didn't care about getting arrested. Listen. I worried about Chico, so that stopped me from doing 95% of the shit I thought about doing. The other 5% was little minor, so I could get away with it. That I figure I could get away with it, but yeah, man, I had all y'all cats are older than me anyway to really reel my bullshit in. Like, what the fuck you doing?
So, Ponyx, I have a different question for you,
What's up?
right? Are you open to being checked by an old head?
Depends on how it looks, bro. Depends on how it looks, and I'm just being honest. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like anybody that has any rapport with me knows that I'm very big on how I speak to people because I'm very big on being receptive to how somebody speaks to me. You're not doing that. You feel me? Like, you're not talking to me in a certain way. And it's not, like I said, it's not from a tough thing because it's not even like saying I'm a pop on you. I'll have respect. You OG, it's cool. Yeah, all right, cool, whatever, right? Whatever. My thing is, a lot of people be trying to get shit off. Because of parameters, because of settings.
I can't talk to my son like that, so I'm gonna talk to you like that.
What I said about what I just said, I'm saying, like, you can say whatever you want to me if you're willing to say it to me. You get what I'm trying to say? But if I know you saying something and you trying to get your shit off because of where we at, yeah, keep thinking that shit's sweet because of where we at. Like, nah, bro. You get what I'm trying to, and that's, I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe I haven't matured in that level yet.
Yes,
but bro,
I would say so.
Bro, I'm telling you, a lot of people. I haven't been in a lot of trouble.
So have there ever been a time that we've been here, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna keep going on about this cat
because he's the best. Yo, listen. I worked with this man for 2 years, bro. Had plenty of opportunity to talk about, whatever, you this, whatever. Would have let him have it. Cause I don't care. I know I'm at work. You're not gonna do all this bullshit from behind the scenes and then try to call me a bitch. How? Mm-hmm. How? You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. When you literally stopped coming to work because you feared for your safety, I'm a bitch. I gotta see you, bro. Mm-hmm. I got to.
Yeah, we gotta go find this nigga.
Go ahead.
We gotta go find this nigga.
We gotta have him sit on the couch.
Facts, man. We gotta straighten this shit out, bro.
I don't think there's a different, like,
I won't be here.
It just remind me of the shit back in the days. Like, somebody say something about, say that shit in my face. Yeah. Yo, bro, you just heard me say it from my window or down the block. It doesn't matter. You heard what I said. If I see you, or you see me, then we can handle it.
Exactly.
No, come say it in my face.
Exactly. What? You don't. But that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna message on me. Oh, who you calling a bitch? I'm not none of that. But what I'm trying to say is, man, shit, bro. You gotta see me.
Not enough.
It's on when you see each other.
You gotta see me, bro. And what you gonna say?
I want to kind of keep it to the old head, young head.
Yeah.
Accountability, But I think you need to see this guy, yo.
Well, now go ahead. You said
here he is, yo.
He just text me. Come on down. Ponyx waiting for you, my brother.
What was the question?
Have you ever felt like, even in the podcast or behind the scenes, camera off, that we got out of hand?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But regardless, when all said and done,
like, what you felt you were not respected? Was that it? Or that we crossed the line of?
I felt like y'all crossed the line in terms of my receptiveness to what is being said or how I'm being spoken to. But like I said, from the moment I joined this, I've already experienced y'all character. I'm not gonna put that on your jacket. You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. There's a patience that's gonna come with it. Does somebody else have that grace? Sorry, no. It's just like when you're saying to your son, like, all right, cool, that's your dad. You're his dad. There's certain, I'm sorry,
Wait,
there's gonna be a man that comes to him that tries to speak. You're like, yo, guess what he's gonna say? You're not my fucking dad. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's just like, bro, we men, shit happens. It's not anything for me to sit here and take personal. And if it is, I feel like y'all also know the same thing I'll say is, do you honestly feel like if I felt bothered by something enough that there wouldn't be a conversation at least?
You called me plenty of times
Exactly.
offline, talk about some things.
That's what it is.
That's cool.
Because I'm not about to come up here with funny stuff.
What I got from this conversation though was that maybe as old heads, we do have a way of, we could do better
No, definitely.
of
Communicating.
relaying, communicating the message that we have.
Us too. Us
definitely-
too.
I seen a lot of shit go on, and you try to talk to some of these kids, and it's just like you're wasting
They
your time,
lost.
bro.
Yeah.
And that's
You're wasting.
Being
And
a-
I don't
yeah,
like
it's a
wasting my
level
time.
of-
bro.
It's an
As a
level.
coach, you
Bro,
see
my
it even more,
emotions
son.
and time is very important to me. son.
Yeah. And coaching these kids, you see
Yeah.
the ignorance from a very young age, man.
Just like, damn. This
Like,
kid,
yo, this kid is lost,
kid is
man.
done.
I mean, listen, they could turn it around so you still try because they're young enough. Well, you think they're young enough. Then by the time you look, they're 16, 17 years old. Who the fuck, who you trying to hear? 16, 17, other than your father.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's a component that we even really brush on. A lot of us in here got fathers, bro. What
Yeah,
happens
that's-
when that's the missing component?
That's a big change. It's a big
Yo,
difference.
there was a statistic I saw, right? Between single parent homes and two parent homes, right? Two parent homes, child is more likely to succeed. In single parent homes with the mother, very low. Single parent home with just the father, same as
parents?
both parents. Wow. That's some wild shit, yo.
It's interesting.
Yo,
And it makes you think why in so many black homes there's no father.
Well,
Is
you
that
know,
an
since-
accident?
that's a different conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation
different conversation.
that might get us banned, but
That's
we
another
know
podcast.
why.
It won't get
my
us
brother.
banned. It might put us on the list.
Yeah, but you know what that's
There's
about.
some
But yo,
bulls in this
if that shit was, if I ever
That's
find it
interesting.
again, I'm
Yeah, that's.
gonna send that shit to y'all. That shit is fucking crazy.
I'm gonna
son.
put that in the description of
Yo,
the
bro,
of the
listen.
show.
Listen,
It's
bro.
good stat.
I tell you this, right? And I'll use this for Hooked on Ponyx. You don't even gotta put the music, bro. Young men, old people, identify. I keep saying it. I've said it a couple times now, bro. Identify your community, bro. I don't got a pops, bro. My pops gone. He did what he needed to do. Do I got older people? Yeah, that's why I come here every week. Bro, if I need guidance,
We old?
yeah, I'm sorry, Zay. You got grays in this beard. What's going on? But bro, you identify with who identifies and see you, bro. Stop
fuck
trying to
with who
be.
fuck with you.
Yo, look. Stop trying to be seen, bro. The people that see you gonna see you, bro.
That's this fucking
People that
social
see you
media
gonna
shit.
see you, bro. And if they don't, fuck them.
All right, man.
Niggas put on video, they roast this show.
Thanks, Dirk, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for your input, man.
Son, that shit stay
Sure.
forever.
Tell
yo.
your son I
doubt,
said
brother.
what up, though. Tell your son I said what up.
Yeah, I'm advising him, so that's why he's acting like that with you.
Then I have to come talk to you, bro.
I'm his advisor.
Thanks for sharing your story, Rudy. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no doubt.
All right, man. Peace. Sports for life, kind.
Sportsmanlike conduct.